Good morning, students. We have a new lesson today in Unit 6, which is Lesson 4. Before we start Lesson 4, we are going back to Lesson 3. I'm asking you that write a story or the rest of the story for a day in the life of the firefighter. However, I'm always waiting you to write to me. I have written this to you to check your answers to be the same with me. You need to copy this composition about life of a firefighter. Today we are going to move to our lesson, Unit 6, Lesson 4. What is my job? This is a game. In fact, I'm going to explain to you the game. I'm supposed to be in class, but you know, however, that we cannot do that as a critical situation of coronavirus. So it's a game. We're supposed to ask one student, choose a job and note it down on a piece of paper with him. Then we need to tell the class they can ask 5 questions to try to find out what the job is. Keep count of the questions, then play again. For example, see as a class in the same way. This time, it may be better if you choose the job and 5 things you can say about it, and so on. So I'm going to explain to you how to do this game. For example, any student, suppose you voluntary students, write down the job he likes or the job he wants to show you. Then the other student is supposed to prepare 5 questions to find out the kind of the job. For example, game A, student number 1. Think of a job, but don't tell anyone what it is. We have. So this is students number 1. Students number 2 of the class. Ask your partner up to 5 questions to try to find out what the job is. So here, for example, the first question is, do you help people? Do you help people? For example, the answer is yes. Then he gets the question. He's supposed to ask 5 questions. So he gets that you are a doctor. Then the first student said, no, wrong. Maybe this man or the students need to ask more questions to find out, because not only the doctor helps people and so on. This is your homework for that. And you need to check out about that game. Now we need to move to these questions connect with the games, and this is your homework on page 82 in activity book. This is your job as a homework, and you need to send the answers through Google Classroom to me. This is the game, and as I mentioned before, this is supposed to be inside the classroom, but however you need to do your home with your friends or alone. Let's move to the another unit 6, which is lesson 5. Lesson 5, also we have this in here. This is a timetable for students at school in England. How is it different from yours? So this question raised to you. First of all, you need to find out what is the difference between the timetable in England and the timetable at your school home. So it's, we can use the pictures to predict answers to questions. Scan a text to check predication, read for details. And also we need to practice the vocabulary. The language we use it is going to as a future. You can see that vocabulary important here, which is patient, like for example, which is what is noun, it's noun or adjective also. Peacock is an animal, which is bird. Zoologist, examination, take an exam, pass an exam, fail an exam. Certain for biology, chemistry, physics. Now we are talking about this timetable, which is from school in England, and we can see that, for example, start on Monday because Sunday is a holiday, and finish in Friday. So they have Friday also. They work on Friday, not holiday like us. So start at 8:30. So the lesson on Monday is English, and then 9:15 start with the maths. Then 10 is a break. It's a break. This second session starts at 10:15, which is geography, and also at 11 o'clock it is PE, which is physical education. At 11:45 is RE, which is religion education. Then we have the lunch time. The lunch time is around 1 hour. Then the third session starts with the 1:54 p.m. which lessons art, and we finish here the end of the day. There is no another item. So it's and so on. But I want to tell you about some abbreviation which is mentioned here, or here IT. We have some abbreviations mentioned. The IT is information technology. Math is mathematics. PE physical education. RE religion education or religious education. This is important to know about the abbreviation of this lesson. So now you need to compare between this timetable and your timetable in Iraq. Yes. So for example, let us raise some questions here. How many English lessons do you have? This question to you. You need to know. How many English lessons you have? So we ask 5. What do you have, or what do they have on Tuesday at 10:15? Music. When do they have PE? For example, on Monday at 11. So you need to answer the question on your activity book, page 83 to 85, A to E. A to E. This is your homework. You have to send it by Google Classroom. So this is so important to write the questions and comparison between the timetable in England and our timetable. Now, let us move to another lesson, which is lesson 6. Lesson 6. And we can see that in lesson 6 we have grammar. We have grammar as well. So what are they going to be? Lesson 6. What are they going to be? The objectives of this lesson is use pictures to predicate answer to questions. Scan text to check predications, read for details, practice vocabulary, as we mentioned here before. So the future is the lesson has with going to future. We can say that some vocabulary is patient, peacock, zoology, examination, and so on. So we need to read the page title, which is what are they going to be? So what does that mean to you? What job will they do? So draw attention to mind about using picture. We need to use these pictures to guess the answers. That's now I'm going to read to you the first paragraph. As I remember, you look at the picture first. What do you think the answer will be? We have two questions. What do they do in their spare time? What are they going to be when they finish school? We have Firas is 17. His favorite school subjects are history, geography, and art. He loves animals. Every Friday he goes to the zoo. He takes photographs of birds and animals. Sometimes he has to wait for a long time to take a good photograph. But he's very patient, and I'm going to focus on the word patient. This is important to you. His favorite animal is the peacock, which is Taus. Next year he's going to take his last school exam. If he passes, he's going to go to university to study animals. He wants to be a zoologist. So here I have another important word, which is passes, linked with the examination. So we can say the word patient have two meanings, in fact, with the dictionary. The patient as a noun, somebody who is taken care of by a doctor, Maryam. If it's adjective, it is able to wait for a long time and stay calm without getting angry. For example, she is very patient with young children, which is or patiently, like adverb, like he waited patiently for the bus. So it's either adjective or adverb, so it's give another meaning. So the meaning of patient as a noun, something like take care of, مريض, or patient as a صبور if it's come as adjective or adverb. This is about this page. And also we have another paragraph, which is Hala is 18. Every school subject are biology and chemistry. She is also good at English and physics. She is interested in helping people. She is very kind and friendly. Sometimes she visits a hospital. Some patients have no visitors. Hala takes flowers to these patients and sits and talks with them. As for she was hard because she does not wait for the fail and final school exam. When she finishes school, she is going to be a doctor. So this is about these short stories, and you need to answer the questions at your activity book, page 85 to 86, A to C. Again, you have homework in activity book, which is page 85 and 86 A to C. This is about lesson 6. We discussed that with you. Yes. We are going to explain now to you, because we have grammar here. We have grammar which is going to. I going to explain in detail the grammar in here. As you can see, this grammar, we have, for example, Hala is going to work in a hospital. We have going to. To talk about certain future, we use going to. As you know, we have will and going to. These expressions express future tense. Going to, if we have certain future, مؤكد, certain future. Let's go with examples. We start with the rule, start with the WH, like what, where, when, and so on, or how. Then we have verb to be is or are. We have subject, we have going to, then the verb infinitive. For example, what are you going to be? This is with the questions. What are you going to be? Don't forget the question mark. I'm going to be a doctor. Where are you going to work? I'm going to work at office, for example, or anything you need to mention. I think this is about the going to, which is present, future, and is used when the certain future we have. Yes, let's go to, we have future plus when, if, because, plus present simple, and this is so important, we use with the when, present simple. Questions. Question word plus be plus subject plus going to. Of course, infinitive because of this of the two. Then you need to care about the second sentence supposed to be in the present simple. عند السؤال نبدأ باستخدام زمن المستقبل. For example, what are you going to do when? We have here when. Or means if, it's when. It's here like if you finish your school. So when you finish your school, like if you finish your school. We always, look at this remarkable noun, put it in your frame, that we always use present simple after when. So if we have going to and when, like if, when, we need to use here present simple. You finish your school. Don't use any other tense like rule here. This is important to be mentioned. Now, when I finish school, I'm going to be a newspaper writer. I'm going to study mathematics at university. I'm going to work at airport. This is all about the answer of the questions. In fact, you have lesson 7. Here we have career plans. Find the answers to these questions as quickly as you can in the 4 text. You have 4 texts here, and also we have questions here. We have 4 texts and we have questions here. Look at this four text. There are two and these two. So now we need to scan like work out meanings, talk about career plans, correct a paragraph, write and read out a paragraph. Yes, so this is the vocabulary here we found is career, noun, translator, vet, noun, you know, vet, biology, vet اللي هو طبيب البيطري, biology, plan, noun, friendly, vocational school, carpenter, woodworker, astronaut, future, GR. So we have here these you need to read these four text sorry, and answer the questions in here as a homework. This is your homework, and also when you finish you need to go to activity book page 87 to 88 B to D. Again, you have another homework here, sorry. You have another homework which is AP 86A. For this you have activity book page 86A. 86A. Sorry, I mentioned that wrong before. So it's 86 in activity book, your homework as well. Now we are moving to another grammar, which is talking about the future. Talking about the future, this is the rule here. What are future? You're going, you know how to put the word, certain word, to do when you finish school as present. I mentioned before. This sentence is about the future, but we always use the present tense in the when part of the sentence. I mentioned that before to you. You understand that. Okay, so we moved here now. I'm going to explain to you this grammar. So future plus when mean if, because plus simple questions. I mentioned that to you. This is so important. The answer. So when we start this future, yeah, I mentioned that to you. So it's this is the answer for write an essay about your planned career. Answer different question. You need to answer this question, copy this and answer this question here. I summarized to you the answer. Yes. So we almost finished the lesson of today. You need to download this video as soon as possible, immediately, and check all the answers here. Try to find out all the answers and try to go to your activity book. I'm waiting for your homework at Google Classroom. I'm going to say the instruction to you and you will answer it immediately. Thank you for your patience and good luck.